because he's going to learn today. All jokes aside, this is an impromptu 2 Cent Tuesday on a Monday with Jenny, because I have to discuss this Montgomery riverboat brawl. I can't even believe that I'm actually hearing Black people who are questioning whether or not this situation could have been avoided. Let's get into it, please. So, if you have not seen this yet viral video, you must not have social media, you don't watch the news. I suggest you pause this and go and search the video, because I don't want to post it here, because then I'm going to get flagged and all this kind of stuff. So now, from start to finish, this is the situation. A security guard at the dock tells a family that they have to move their boat because there's another boat full of people from coming in, and they will not be able to dock with your boat in the way. Instead of simply moving the boat, this family decided they were going to go back and forth with the security guard. Now, there is no audio. If there is one, y'all let me know. But there is no audio. You don't know what they're saying. But there's a lot of back and forth between the security guard and then this young man. Other family members come up. They say what they need to say, and then they kind of dismiss the situation, keep it pushing. Obviously, there were a lot of hand gestures. Things were being said that caused the situation to get tensed and escalated. Now, the footage is coming from the people who are on the boat that cannot dock because this boat is now in the way. A lot of back and forth. They went on for a while, and then suddenly one of the owners of the boat hits the security guard. The security guard does a Bobby Shmurda, tossed that hat up in the air, and it was up. They started fighting. Now, this is where things get crazy. The guy's people come running down. They jump in. Instead of de-escalating the situation, they escalated the situation and jumped in. And I want y'all to pay attention to the young man that jumps in first. And I don't know if everybody else didn't pay attention to it, but that man instantly went into a chokehold position. He tried to choke the security guard, but lost his footing because obviously the dock is very slippery. Anyway, they continue to attack and jump on this man. That's when other security guards then run down, and then the GOAT of them all, our aqua hero that was stranded on the boat waiting to pull in, my boy, which I heard is 16 years old, jumped in that water and swam to go help this brother out. Some way, somehow, that boat that could not pull in managed to get to the dock, because at this point it was out of hand. The situation was out of hand. So I don't really need to explain the whole damn video, but I'm going to do it anyway. So now everybody, I'm explaining it because I can't show it. So now the boat pulls in, and instantly the crew, other passengers, everybody jumps off the boat and defends the security guard. They approach the family, who are now sitting on their boat, still acting nonchalant, like they didn't just attack this man. And they got attacked. And they got beat the fuck up. Real bad. Now, I would be lying if I said I did not get a huge amount of satisfaction watching that video. Why? I'm going to tell you. To see our people, notice I never mentioned anybody's race. Right and wrong is the only situation here. But at the end of the day, race played a part. Why? Because there are so many times where As black people, we mind our business, we turn the other cheek, or we turn on our phones and we record, and we don't really get involved too often. And in this moment, I just saw a bunch of black people seeing another black man in need of help, and they did what the fuck needed to be done. Okay? Now, when Stone Cold came through with the chair, he might have took it a little too far. And I hate that he did that, because I know he's going to jail. And that's going to be hard to fight, because he could have killed someone, injured someone, but they could also kill that man. Now, this is my thing here. And please, before I even get into it, because, like I said, this is impromptu. I'm going off script. I'm just talking at this point. Please let me know what y'all feel about the situation. Do you feel like this could have been avoided? Do you feel like this situation is now going to do more harm than good? Because I also had that discussion with someone who's like, this is in Alabama. I don't know. This don't look good for black people over there by them doing this. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. My thing is, black people can never get it right. We're damned if we do, we damned if we don't. Had we had watched and looked on as that man was attacked and beat up, and God forbid if that young man would have got that chokehold on him, the same way that other white man choked out that black man on that train for 15 minutes or whatever, how long it was, the same way George Floyd got crushed and no one intervened, would we have rather had this black man become another hashtag and then we be upset at that? Or do we intervene and do whatever we need to do to handle the situation? Now, I know everyone say, well, why did they have to come with violence? Because they came with violence. And this is the thing. As black people, we always want to, we have to behave. We have to do the right thing. We always do the right thing. And where has it gotten us? Nowhere. I feel like we are always forgiven. We are always behaving ourselves. We are always speaking the way we're supposed to speak, or complying and doing what we're told. And when we decide to now take a different approach, we still wrong. So it's like we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. I'm sorry, but all I saw was my people defending one another, and it made me happy. And I'm sorry to say it, but I don't give a damn. It made me happy to see. I was proud of everybody who jumped in and got active. Now, you can't even sit here and say that we immediately approached with aggression, because one, that security guard, the black security guard, was hit first by that white man and then attacked by the rest of his family and friends. Then the two black men who did run up to try to defuse the situation, they didn't run up swinging. They tried to get them off of the black man. And these white people continue to swing, continue to hit. And that's when they fucked around and found out. I feel like this was so much bigger than this boat ride, so much bigger than seeing that man attack. This is a buildup. And let's be clear, this is Alabama. We have always known Alabama, Mississippi. This was Montgomery. We have always known this state to be one of the most, if not the most, racist state in the United States of America. We already know the history that takes place in Alabama, and probably still going on. Now, you are looking at a bunch of black people who probably have to deal with the racist shit every single day. More than any of us probably could even imagine. People who have to constantly deal with that. Constantly have to take the high road because these other people are superior, and their privilege leaves them to do whatever they want to do. And they saw an opportunity to take power. And unfortunately, it had to been taken with violence. But let's be clear. We were not the violent ones in this situation. We got violent when they got violent. This young man was just on live, black man. And I was fiending to get on his live because I had so much things I wanted to say. Because his attitude was, yeah, I agree with them handling what they needed to handle. But I feel like the security guard could have avoided the whole situation. He should have called the cops. He should have called for backup. He should have never got irate with the guy. There's a way to talk to people without it escalating. If you see you can't defuse it, then you go get backup. Once again, and this is the type of shit that happens when black people do certain shit. You understand what I'm saying? This is let me stop cursing. See, again, I'm ready to police how I'm talking just so my point can be made. Because if I curse or I come off aggressive, it's gonna be like, oh, these black angry people. But at the end of the day, once again, to me, he sounded like a cop. He sounded like a judge, a lawyer. He sounded like someone going against black people and trying to justify a wrongdoing that a white person did. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost as if he was saying, oh, the security guard should have did X, Y, and Z so that he didn't get hit. Once again, you're justifying this white man's actions instead of saying, oh, the white guy should have just walked away or he should have just moved the boat. No, the black guy should have walked away. The one who is the authority figure in this moment. This was his job. This is what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to create order, create a safe space. He was supposed to tell them to move their boat. That was his job. And he was doing it, whether he came off. And clearly, I'm sure he probably said it the nicest way he possibly could until things started getting a little ignorant. Let's be clear. People on these boats, they're drinking, they're turning up, and everybody gets a little belligerent. But at the end of the day, he was the authority figure. Now, when it's cops and y'all tell us, oh, you need to comply, you need to do exactly what they tell us to do. He may not have been a cop, but he was the authority figure in this situation. So why didn't those white people do what they were told to do? Now, the irony that this took place, where it took place, with the things that it took place with and the people that it took place. Alabama. Emmett Till was killed in Mississippi, Alabama. Found in the Tallahatchie River. I literally just finished watching the movie the night before I found out this happened. And this is why I had slight little rejoice watching the video, because although Emmett never got the justice that he deserved, and his mother and his family, it was a small part of me that felt like satisfaction, a little bit. Even though one has nothing to do with the other, but it has everything to do with the fact that as white people, they don't understand this privilege that they have and this mindset that they can do what they want to do when they want to do it, because that is how this country was built, and that we are taught to behave ourselves and conduct ourselves in a certain manner, and to not defend ourselves, turn the other cheek, take the higher road. This is what we have been taught for years and years to keep us under control. Don't fight violence with violence, but when they're being violent, are we supposed to keep turning the other cheek and get smacked in it? Now, maybe it didn't have to go as far as the whacking with the chairs. Wow. That was crazy. And the irony. The inventor of the folding chair, Nathaniel Alexander, I bet you had no idea that your chair was going to be used in such a way that would please your people. It's just ironic I'm telling you, the whole situation, and I don't believe anything happens by mistake. I think everything happens for a reason. There was a reason for the situation. Yes, it is a little worrying that they are in Alabama. They are very, 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 very racist over there. I do fear for the black people just living their everyday life, the black people that probably weren't even there, and those who are still racist in that town that feels like now they have to retaliate. I do fear that. And at the end of the day, it is something that we have to worry about, and we pray that it doesn't escalate to that point. But I feel like at some point in time, you got to stand for something and got to do something. There's so much more to this than just a fight. And I think that I hope that this is now the start of people now learning that there is really power in numbers. There is really something special about us when we unite as one and stand up for each other as one and do what the fuck needs to be done when it needs to be done. I think that is speaking for something, and I'm praying that that is what the world, our culture, I hope we pay attention to that. Because trust me, they're paying attention and they're seeing it. And they're getting ready for it. So I hope y'all ready. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Because this is going to be all over the place. But I just had to get out here and I just had to speak on it. Because honestly, I'm not going to lie. I've been laughing. I've been feeling this little glimmer of glee inside of me. I done even edited the video with wrestling commentary because I just felt like this is what I was watching. You know, back in the day, in the Attitude Era, when I think it was ECW and WCW came and attacked WWF, and everybody was just going ham, and then Stone Cold came in and just shut it down. That's what my man's did with that chair. He was Stone Cold. He came in and said, everybody getting whacked. And notice the police didn't really intervene. They were spraying like, oh, stop it, guys. Most of them cops was black. Stop it, guys. Stop it. But when they saw that chair, they said, all right, you're getting too ignorant now. Let's go. Like, that's enough. This is Bloody Saturday. I don't know. I know we should not condone violence, and I know we should not fight violence with violence. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And let's keep in mind again, they started it. They started it, and it's video evidence proof that they started it. We just know how to finish it. See, that's the thing. We ain't always gonna start it, but we damn sure gonna know how to finish it. Y'all go buy my books, okay? Inherited Dysfunction Part 1 and 2. Written by me. You see it. It's in the descriptions down below. Make sure y'all follow me on all of my social medias. Everything will be in the description down below. Make sure you follow my Instagram. I'm on TikTok and Instagram mostly. But TikTok be acting crazy because they don't be letting me rock. Like, they kept flagging my video for the fight. And I'm like, everybody else posting their video. Why y'all keep flagging mine? Anyway, Jenny is out.